Kit in here with another eye-opening message. In today's video, I would like to talk about a very sad topic that is prevalent in our world all too often, and that is animal abuse. Everything that happens in our world does have a spiritual meaning, and very, very rare is it a coincidence. And with that thought in mind, I'd like to dive into this very powerful topic. So, even though God put the fear of men into the animals, God also repeats his command to watch over these animals at the same time. Animal cruelty should not take place if men truly understand the command by God to be caretakers of the earth. We are to control the number of animals so disease and sickness do not kill them off, but in fact, we do not even realize that we have been harming our fellow beasts, our fellow neighbors on planet Earth. Indeed, we have been doing the exact opposite. Ladies and gentlemen, as we live in an age where animal hoarding appears on nightly news programs and tales of horrific animal abuse are unfortunately becoming all too common, some of us begin to wonder if the Bible speaks about the treatment of animals. While some may not give the matter much thought, others look to the early book of Genesis, where it states that men will have dominion over the beast of the field as some sort of a blanket coverage for animal cruelty. But this is false, guys, and this is a grave misconception, and it couldn't be further from the truth. The Bible makes profound statements regarding the treatment of pets and the dangers of animal cruelty. Did you know that the Bible even speaks of the type of person that commits violence against an animal as being wicked? This is actually stated in Proverbs 12:10. Abuse of anything that God made is not the character of God, but rather of an evil one. In the Bible, animal abuse is said to be condemned, and it clearly states that a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Throughout the Bible, God shows us how he expects us to care for our animals in practical ways, and not by abusing them. Here are a few articles I want to show you about animal abuse. So I found a couple of articles that have to do with animal abuse, and they really distraught me. And one of them that you're looking at right here is actually one of the most important articles, and it should be spread around because it was really forgotten about and it needs to get out. But before I start talking about this article, I want to remind you guys of Cecil the lion. We all remember the internet mourning the death of poor Cecil, who was Zimbabwe's most famous lion, and the internet lashed out against Walter Palmer, a dentist from Minnesota who was believed to have paid over $50,000 to kill a lion. This is insane, guys. Why would somebody kill a lion and pay so much money? For what? For the fur? For just to have it for a trophy? I don't understand how people could do that. And we have animals that are so endangered. And this guy, Walter Palmer, he's a dentist living the good life, probably making around over, $100K a year. And why does he need a lion? For what? He's not starving out in, Alaska somewhere where he has to hunt for a living. This guy is doing this for entertainment. And that is the really scary part. So let's take a look at this article and I'll show you what really made me upset. As we take a look here, we could see a picture of Donald Trump's kids. Back in 2012, photos surfaced of the elder Trump's sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, proudly posing with the carcasses of dead animals they hunted while on a big game hunting expedition in Africa. The photos showed Donald and Eric posing with a lifeless cheetah, Donald clenching a knife along with the bloody, sawed-off tail of an elephant, and the pair posing next to a crocodile hanging from a noose off of a tree. This is crazy. Right here, you can see these two kids holding a dead cheetah. a beautiful dead cheetah. And this is animal abuse, whether people like it or not. And here this guy, the kid, is holding a tail from an elephant. He chopped it off with that knife. That had to be some force. This is gruesome. There's no reason why these rich people should be doing this. And this needs to get out. This went all under the radar. Everybody was mourning the death of Cecil, but nobody brought up Donald Trump's kids killing multiple animals. And Donald Trump is probably the one that funded this killing because Donald Trump is the rich one, not the kids. But this was all under the radar in the media because Donald Trump is going to be the next president, or at least people want to vote for him to be the president. So this is not going to look good for his image, but this needs to be exposed. This is wrong. This is the killing of God's creatures. So another devastating article that I found had to do with a meat festival. A meat festival is the exploitation of suffering of animals. And this is actually crazy. This goes on every year in China, and BBC News even documented it, and everyone was in outrage. China Yulin Dog Meat Festival is under the way despite outrage. And it doesn't even just have dog meat. There was pictures of cat meat, pictures of horse meat, all kind of meat that was used not just for a meat festival in general, but for food. People ate dogs, cats, and horses. This is insane. And if this is not a suffering exploitation, I don't know what else is, guys. So here it clearly says, an annual dog meat festival in southwest China has begun amid uproar on the part of animal rights activists. About 10,000 dogs will be slaughtered for their meat at the Lychee and Dog Meat Festival in Yulin province on Sunday and Monday to mark the summer solstice, state media said. One retired school teacher from Tianjin hit the headlines when she purchased dozens of dogs to save them. And thank God for that woman. This needs to get out. And you know what? I even heard that the Chinese government banned this festival last year, but it still went underway. Somehow they were still able to do this just a little bit more underground this time and away from the authorities. Yet still, underground people and activists and animal rights groups have found out about this. Thank God they were able to rescue some cats and dogs, and a woman also rescued 2 cats from being slaughtered. This is insane. Animal cruelty is horrible. It's evil. It's just as evil as any other sin. And it's really sad because in the end times, the Bible tells us that we are going to have animals rebel against us, and they're going to revolt against us, and they're going to attack us. They're not going to fear us anymore. And this is going to start beginning, and this is going to be scary when you will see that animals are going to not be afraid of you anymore, and they will do to us what we did to them. So please, I hope this was eye-opening. I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and have a good one, guys. Have a beautiful day and have a beautiful night. God bless everybody. This was Spy Kitten with a Spy Kitten TV approved message.